friends. This is Noa Lakshmi with your update, astrological, inspirational update. This is an inspiration to be your best self. Together we are elevating humanity for a better world, and the planets, the cosmos, the stars are helping us to understand this mystery that we call life. And with the help of with those beautiful bodies in space, we can definitely elevate our awareness and our consciousness. And that's why astrology is so amazing and so much fun, and there's always action, and there's always something to talk about, and there's something to embody. So what's happening this week? And there's still the effect and the energy of those planets in retrograde are definitely still in effect. We're still going to have the 5 planets in retrograde until May 9th. So we're still feeling that energy, and what I want to talk about today is I'm going to talk a little bit more about the 5 planets in retrograde, but also what is joining the party, which is very, very exciting, is the new moon that is happening on Friday, May 6th, and it's a new moon in Taurus. The sun is in Taurus, the moon is going to be in Taurus. The sun and the moon are coming together. That's what a new moon is. And what's going to make it even more fun and exciting is the fact that Venus, the planet Venus, is in Taurus as well. Now, Venus is ruled by Taurus, and so Venus is extremely happy right now, which really helps us with all this intense energy. Because, okay, let's be real, 5 planets in retrograde is no small thing, and some of you are feeling it more than others, and it always depends on what's happening in your chart and where those retrogrades are falling in your chart. But nevertheless, this is a time, and like I talked about last week, this is a time of great introspection. And for those of you, those of us that are willing to go through the fire, so to speak, it's not an easy thing always. It's no small thing to dive deep into the truth of who you are and what your soul is asking of you. So 5 planets in retrograde, we are feeling a lot of that energy, a lot of that introspection that I mentioned last week. Now, there's a lot of healing happening because still we have Chiron in Pisces and Neptune in Pisces. This wave of healing is so potent right now. And when we add 5 planets in retrograde into this party, we are really looking at put re in front of every single word. So basically all this retrograde is reevaluating, rethinking, redoing, reinventing, redeciding, and it's all about the because, and I just want to mention here quickly, retrograde, it's only an optical illusion, so it seems like the planets are going backwards, but really it doesn't exist. There's always forward movement, which is quite funny even in life, right? When you think, wow, I just feel like I've taken 4 steps back, and it doesn't exist. Even what seems to be going backwards, this is actually coming right now. What seems to look like going backwards, it's actually, no, you're still moving forward, but you might have just slowed down. And that's the whole energy of retrograde. It seems like the planets are going backwards, but from the view of Earth, it's just an optical illusion. The planets are just slowing down in their movement, but they're not really going backwards. Now, why is it such a potent time for us on the planet when we've got all these energies slowing down at the exact same time? And 2 weeks, that window of 2 weeks when those 5 planets are in retrograde all at the same time. It's a way for the universe to realign itself. It's a way for the universe to make sure, and whatever you want to call it, the universe, God, spirit, life, it's a way for that force to bring things back to alignment. And again, realigning things. Because when we go through so many waves and so many shifts, and life can get a little chaotic sometimes, or you can get up and you can get down, and you go through a lot of things. We need to come back to that alignment, and this is really the way I see it. It's such a beautiful way for the universe to realign things, and we can realign things when we slow down. And especially with the Mars retrograde that is happening right now, because Mars doesn't go retrograde very often, it's every 2 years. So with the Mars retrograde, Mars is the warrior, and Mars is going into the territory of where Saturn was back in if you can remember the window of 2013 to 2015, about a year and a half, 2 years, when Saturn was in Scorpio, and those were gnarly times. And I know for me it was quite gnarly because I have so much Scorpio, but nevertheless, that window, the last couple of years, have not been easy. And a lot of things got stirred up, and a lot of lessons that we learned. And so Mars is coming into that territory again, like the warrior, and sparking everything back anew. And that's what's really cool. And something that is super potent during this time of the retrograde is that a lot of things from the past are going to come up again, are going to show up again. And it can look like ex-lovers. I know a lot of people have been asking me about that. So it can be ex-lovers or relationships from the past, or just people from the past, relationships from the past that might emerge again. And there's this re-emerging of feelings, re-emerging of relationships, re-emerging of unresolved issues, or even resolved issues, but the re-emerging of the past is really big. And it's happening because there is it's almost like karmic connections that are coming back into your life to reevaluate, redo, rethink some things that are still up for us within that connection. So pay attention to that. It's not necessarily a time where a lot of new beginnings are gonna occur in terms of completely new. It's more finding the newness within the familiar, finding the newness within the past. So things from the past are going to show up again, and you might find newness in those past connections, those past relationships. It's a lot also in business and projects and things that you have been investing your time in. All of that is again coming up to reevaluate, to redo perhaps, and to get a new burst of energy into things from the past. And it might even be things that you haven't paid attention to in a while. Maybe some things that you started 2 years ago and you kind of dropped, and now it's coming back, but with this renewed sense of motivation, or a renewed sense of inspiration to move that specific connection, project, relationship, whatever it may be, to move that forward. And then comes in the new moon, and of course the new moon is all about the new and the newness, and it's a new cycle. But again, it's the beautiful thing about this newness within the past. So taking all those planets in retrograde, taking all of that past stuff, past issues, past wounds that are coming back up for us to see, because we have new awareness, we have new tools. And something really awesome that I want to share that one of my friends wrote earlier today, it's really about having the courage. Can you really have the courage and be vulnerable enough to accept this opportunity? And this opportunity is the opportunity to become something more than you were before. That is, to me, I read it this morning and I was so touched. It is an opportunity to really embody that and embrace that and have the courage to take this opportunity to do something that you haven't done before, you've never been before. And in whatever area in your life that you may apply that. So taking this energy of the new moon into the past, into the things that are coming up from the past, perhaps. Now the Venus coming into this energy of Taurus, and Mercury is in Taurus as well. So we're having a little bit of a Taurus party, which is great. We're in the peak of spring. The flowers are starting to bloom even more so. The summer fruit are starting to show up at the market. There's a lot of this new, beautiful, sensual, physical energy right now. Taurus is all about the five senses. It's all about being in our body and the sensuality and really enjoying our human existence and everything that we can experience in this human body. My invitation to you is to celebrate that, especially this weekend, Friday, the 6th, May 6th, when the new moon is happening in Taurus with Venus in Taurus. Mercury is retrograding in Taurus. Really think for yourself what makes you feel beautiful, and do that. Maybe get a haircut, go get a massage, really take care of yourself, take care of your body, buy flowers, beautify your space, beautify yourself, adorn yourself. Put some oils, just make yourself feel beautiful and sensual. A lot of that energy is going to be felt this weekend, and it's fun. And maybe a little bit of wanting to indulge to some extent. Be careful with money, that you're not spending too much, but at the same time, not so much be careful. Enjoy the money that you want to spend on beautiful things, on things that make you feel good, and really enjoy that. And the last piece that I must add, because Sunday is Mother's Day, is celebrating the mother with all this Venus energy. There's a lot of feminine energy. The moon coming in to this whole thing, it's very feminine. And even though Mercury is masculine and more intellectual and mental, and the sun is the drive and the masculine force, Venus is the feminine, moon is the feminine, and the moon especially represents the mother and nurturing. And I want to invite you to not only honor your mother, of course, on Mother's Day, but also find that nurturing energy within you, which goes hand in hand with take care of yourself. Really do things that make you feel nurtured, and make you feel good, that make you feel beautiful, and connect to that feminine motherly energy within you. And then what's really important is honoring Mother Earth, Taurus. It's an earth sign. It's all about the mama, the real mama, Mama Gaia. So if you are going to do something for your mother, your birth mother, this Mother's Day, or even if it's just a phone call to say I love you and how much I appreciate you, I would like to encourage you and invite you and inspire you to do the same thing with our mother. And even if it's just a little ritual, and if you wake up in the morning, maybe on Friday, and go outside and put your feet on the earth, or just even lay down on the earth and express your appreciation to this divine mother that giving us life, all of us life, constantly. And this beautiful symbol of energies, the sun, the light of the sun that is giving us life 24/7, 365. And then the moon is coming in with all that nurturing energy, with all that feminine energy, joining Venus with this appreciation of beauty and harmony, and also honoring our connections and finding the love within our connections and within our relationships, finding harmony within our relationships. And then bringing Mercury in, and Mercury now is in a slower pace because it's a very fast moving planet, and now it's in retrograde, coming into that space of the light of the sun and the beauty of the moon, the beauty of Venus, and Mercury is slowing down so we can actually rethink about all those values that we hold close to our heart, and really think about all those relationships that we hold close to our heart, really rethinking our relationship with ourselves, rethinking of how do I nurture myself, how do I nurture the earth, and how can it be in more harmony and coming from a place of love, and how can we find more harmony and beauty in our communication. Once we take the time to slow down, we take the time to nurture ourselves and to nurture our relationships, how does that get expressed? Verbally, non-verbally? And enjoy this beautiful Taurus energy that is engulfing us this weekend, and still riding this slower moving wave of 5 planets in retrograde. That's until May 9th when Jupiter goes direct, and we'll talk about that then. Until then, just have a blast this weekend and enjoy your body. Be beautiful. Do the things that make you feel beautiful, and just enjoy it to the max. Revisit whatever needs to be revisited, and bring newness into that. Bring newness into this beautiful space that you're creating for yourself. And that is it for this week. Now, I want to say that I'm going to be running a special for the new moon and all this Mercury retrograde energy. I'll be running a special with my readings. So if you book your reading between May 6th to May 23rd, that's when Mercury goes direct. Within that time window, my readings are in a discounted rate, and you can follow the link to book your reading. Until then, I am sending you so much love. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, and I'll see you next time. Be your best self. We are elevating humanity for a better world. Sat Nam.